You sit down to work. Within 3 minutes, your mind is somewhere else. You check your phone, then your email, then something unrelated to your task. An hour later, you've barely started. This isn't a modern personality flaw. It's the predictable output of a brain being operated in conditions it wasn't designed for. Neuroscience has spent the last 2 decades mapping exactly what focus requires, and it's not motivation. It's biology. And biology can be managed. Research by Gloria Mark at the University of California, Irvine found that after a single interruption, it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to fully return to the original task. And in modern open-plan offices and smartphone environments, most people are interrupted or self-interrupt every 3 to 5 minutes. The math is devastating. Most people's actual focused work time may be less than 30% of what they believe it is, because the brain is perpetually. Attention and focus neuroscience draws on cognitive neuroscience, behavioral psychology, and exercise physiology. The field has produced some of the most actionable findings in health science, because the capacity to direct and sustain attention is foundational to virtually every meaningful human activity. In this video, we are going to see exactly what the neuroscience of focus reveals, which factors most powerfully impair it, and what the evidence-based interventions are for building it back. The common view: some people are just naturally better at focusing. They have a gift for concentration. But neuroscience research doesn't support innate, fixed focus capacity. What the data shows instead is that sustained attention is a trainable skill, driven by specific neural circuits, primarily the prefrontal parietal attention network. This network's capacity is highly plastic and responds to training, lifestyle inputs, and environmental conditions. Acetylcholine is the primary neuromodulator of focused attention. When you direct your attention, visually or cognitively, acetylcholine is released, sharpening the neural signal in the regions being used while suppressing background noise. The problem is that acetylcholine is depleted faster than it's replenished when attention is scattered across multiple tasks. Multitasking, switching rapidly between tasks, is one of the most reliable ways to exhaust the acetylcholine system and make sustained focus biologically impossible for hours afterward. 3 modern habits most reliably destroy focus capacity. Constant phone checking. Each check creates an attentional shift that costs 23 minutes of recovery. Sleep deprivation. Even 1 hour less than optimal reduces sustained attention performance by 30% or more in controlled studies. And dietary patterns high in refined sugar, glucose spikes and crashes create corresponding energy oscillations in the prefrontal cortex, making sustained attention literally impossible during the crash phase. All 3 are fixable. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman's research on attentional mechanisms identified a critical finding. The visual system is the primary driver of cognitive focus. Where your eyes point, your attention follows. And your visual system has 2 distinct modes: panoramic vision, scanning the environment broadly, which is calming and diffusive, and focal vision, directing attention to a specific point, which activates the prefrontal attention circuits and triggers acetylcholine release. Research by Ratey and Lohr at Harvard Medical School established that a single bout of moderate aerobic exercise produces a measurable increase in norepinephrine, dopamine, and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, all of which directly support executive attention and focus. A 20-minute brisk walk before cognitive work was found to improve sustained attention performance by 20% in controlled studies. This is not a motivational effect, it's a neurochemical one. Exercise literally loads the focus neurotransmitters before demanding cognitive work. Meditation research consistently demonstrates measurable improvements in attentional control. A comprehensive review by Colzatto and colleagues found that focused attention meditation, specifically the practice of returning a wandering mind to a single object like the breath, directly trains the same neural circuits used in cognitive concentration. Studies show 8 weeks of daily 10-minute focus meditation produces measurable improvements in sustained attention, task switching efficiency, and resistance to distraction across multiple cognitive assessments. 4 science-validated focus enhancers beyond exercise and meditation. Cold exposure. Cold water on the face or brief cold showers triggers a norepinephrine release that reliably sharpens focus for 30 to 60 minutes. L-theanine combined with caffeine. Studies show this combination produces calm, sustained focus without the jitteriness of caffeine alone. Time-restricted phone use. Research shows removing phone from the room, not just silencing it, improves cognitive performance significantly. The focus enhancement protocol from the research involves 3 phases before a deep work session. Phase 1, biological preparation. 20 minutes of light exercise, natural light exposure, and a stable blood sugar meal without refined sugar. Phase 2, neurological priming, 2 minutes of directed visual focus at a single point before beginning, or a 10-minute focus meditation. Phase 3, environmental protection, phone in another room, notifications off, door closed, one defined task, and a predetermined time block. Research on ultradian rhythms, the roughly 90-minute cycles that govern brain states, shows that focused attention naturally peaks and troughs on this cycle. Working beyond 90 minutes without a break leads to rapidly declining focus quality, not more output. The research-recommended protocol, 90-minute deep work blocks, followed by a genuine 10 to 20-minute break involving physical movement or non-screen sensory input, walking, stretching, light conversation. Then repeat. Start this week with one high-impact change. Create a phone-free, notification-free zone for your most important work block each day. Research shows this single intervention produces a measurable improvement in focus quality faster than almost anything else. Then add a 10 to 20-minute walk before that work block. Then introduce a 2-minute visual focus warm-up. These 3 changes, in that order, represent the highest evidence, lowest resistance path to significantly improved daily concentration. If focus breaks within the first 15 minutes of starting, then don't restart. Just redirect attention back to the task without self-criticism. Research shows the act of noticing mind-wandering and returning is the actual training, not the uninterrupted stretch. If caffeine creates anxiety that impairs focus, then try pairing it with 200 milligrams of L-theanine. Studies consistently show this combination produces calm, sharp focus without overstimulation. Neuroscience tells us that concentration isn't a personality trait, it's a biological state, driven by specific neurochemicals, neural circuits, and environmental conditions. Acetylcholine, norepinephrine, and dopamine power your focus. Exercise, sleep, and environmental protection supply them. Distraction and multitasking deplete them. Understanding focus as biology rather than willpower changes everything about how you manage it. Your ability to concentrate is a skill your brain can rebuild, one protected work block at a time. Your brain is extraordinary. It just needs the right conditions to do what it's capable of. MedBrief Today translates the neuroscience into practical understanding you can use every day. If that's what you're here for, keep watching. If today's video helped clarify something, share it with someone who needs it. Most people never see research summarize this clearly. That's exactly what this channel is here to do.